We're back.
What's up, y'all?
How are y'all?
Good. I got
Doing good. Doing good.
a barking dog in the background. I don't know if you can hear him.
At
But
least it's
he's
not
like,
Luke Casey.
oh, yeah, Luke Casey is well behaved. Jax, on the other hand, is not.
Well, maybe they need to meet and she'll educate him.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, have y'all seen anything really cool in the news lately? Anything crazy going on?
Just that Texas is a hot commodity.
That's right.
Yeah.
Everywhere out here, people want to move, and it's insane the amount of people moving here every day.
Isn't it? It is really kind of crazy. It's hard to keep up, really. But that's a good problem to have, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
It is.
yeah, if you're in the field for it.
That's right.
Oh, it's great. What do we got on topic for today, Robbie?
So we're exploring the wonderful area of Stone Oak on the northeast side of San Antonio. It's really over there, just kind of west of 1604 and 281. And it's really convenient. It has been estimated that it is going to be the epicenter of San Antonio in either 2030, 2040, somewhere around there, as the San Antonio city continues to grow north. And over the recent years, we've seen tons of growth towards out 281 towards Blanco, and really growing out as we add new homes and new neighborhoods and deal with such a growth in the city, as well as the fact that it's really kind of growing into that one big, huge metroplex that I keep saying. But we're still at a perfect location, perfect time to grab some great homes with some incredible views. And I know Nelson in particular, as well as Carrie, have totally enjoyed the view when we've been running around together and stop and look at some good vantage points of the hills in the area. So it's amazing shots.
I love the hills. I mean, you think about it, the more north you go here and from Round Rock, Georgetown area, that land just becomes flat. And being from the West Coast, I enjoy driving through hills, seeing mountains, and Austin has that to offer, but San Antonio has just as much as that to offer. I mean, I'm just driving around these past few weeks, just going up and down slow hills. I mean, it's beautiful to be able to be on top of that hill and see into the city or see elsewhere. It's a sight to have.
Yeah, two main cities on that Texas Hill Country. It really does make a difference.
Yeah.
So Stone Oak is still going to be right around 13 minutes from the airport and 25 minutes, probably 25-ish minutes going down 281 towards downtown. But as we explore this wonderful area, and it's kind of, really at 1604 and 281 across from our wonderful Hollywood Park, let's talk about the homes in the area. Who wants to tackle the homes? I mean, we've got a lot more modern style than what we've seen in other areas like Brook Hollow or, Hollywood Park. But who are you going to jump in and tackle that, Carrie?
Yeah. So most of the homes in Stone Oak were built like in the 1990s, the 2000s, mostly the early 2000s. So you have kind of newer homes. Median home age falls right at about 20. Median estimated home value in Stone Oak is about 430,000.
Wow, that's a good number.
That is a good number.
It's a great number, and again, you can get a lot of house in Stone Oak for 430,000.
Yeah, and there's a lot of new construction still out there, so it's still growing, which is great because we have a market for resale, but new construction as well.
Yeah, I mean, for the house here, you can buy one and some extra if you want. There's plenty of opportunity over there. Just thinking about it, why limit yourself to, as a married couple to one loan with both your names, split it up. You have more opportunities that way. That can be a way.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like on the Stone Oak side of 1604, we're seeing a little bit more renters. Would that be correct, Nelson?
Yeah, I mean, as of right now, renters probably a 30-ish%, 34, 66 would be
34%.
owners. I
So
mean,
it's
look, yeah, it's worth it. I would definitely want to get myself an investment, right, and live in the area and pay itself off, with a renter or a tenant to be able to pay for the mortgage and property taxes, right, and sell it when you need the cash, right? My kid's going to school. Oh, shoot, college. How much is it going to cost? Oh, my gosh, right? Let's just sell the house. Boom, you have that cash ready on hand.
Yeah, I like the median age at 36 years. It's a younger crowd, and it's there's going to be, of course, every age is going to be represented. People, don't send me hate mail that's going to be, oh, it's all 36-year-olds, but I'm living there and I'm 70. It's not that. It's just the median age in the area. With Carrie, what's the population of that Stone Oak area? Do you remember what it was when?
Yeah, so a lot of people, about 36,000 people live in the Stone Oak area.
That's a good number.
Yeah.
Totally
Plenty
good number.
neighbors to, interact with, make friends, hang out with. Yeah.
So out of that 36,000 people, let's revisit those voting habits. What is it on this side of 281 and 1604 than it was in Hollywood Park or some of the other areas? Still the same, or is it varying any?
It's about the same. It's almost exactly the same. 51% Democrat, 47% Republican.
Where are all the Democrats coming from?
California.
Because we're traditionally known as a red state. Austin is this little blue metropolis, and then you have everywhere else is red. Stats are showing different things here.
Well, I think once you get enough people into a city, it starts to kind of even itself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of college graduates, high school dropouts. Where are we? Are you fourth grade education? Where are we on education levels in Stone Oak? I mean, it seems like it's pretty educated.
Yeah, pretty educated crowd there. About 57% of people living in Stone Oak have at least a college education.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And about 22% have at least a graduate degree.
Dang.
Okay.
That's actually very high.
That's incredibly high. Yeah.
Very high level of education.
I mean, that's roughly 60% of the residents in Stone Oak have a college degree.
Very high.
That's huge. I mean, you are who you associate and affiliate with, but where are these people go? I mean, I know because you can see, and I've actually, my mom and aunts and uncles have been at the Methodist Hospital in Stone Oak, but what are some of the big hospitals that are there, as well as occupations? Are there a lot of people that live in Stone Oak that are in the medical profession?
Yeah, so you've got at least two major hospital complexes that are located right there in Stone Oak, and that's the Methodist Hospital, like you mentioned. There's also the North Central Baptist Hospital. And you see the result of that in that the largest group of people's occupations are going to be in healthcare and social assistance, as well as the professional occupations. So you can tell there are a lot of people living there that are also working in those hospital complexes.
Wow, that's awesome. I mean, because I know there's always this thing called traveling nurses, and traveling nurses is a big thing. People are trying to come be nurses here in Texas, and to have an investment property near one of these two hospitals to rent out to these traveling nurses is actually a very good opportunity to have, to short-term rental or to have as a rental throughout the year if they're here for that amount of time.
Absolutely. Even just having great hospital networks in your backyard and not having to drive 30 minutes to go see a loved one or a household member, because that can get a little crazy.
Yeah.
But what are some of the amenities or things to do in the Stone Oak area?
So there's actually, if you like to golf, there is a PGA approved golf course at TPC San Antonio, which is right there in the Stone Oak area. So that's super cool amenity to be right next to if you're a golfer. There's also the Canyon Springs Golf Club. So a few different opportunities for golf right there in the neighborhood.
Yeah, I guess you could also head down to the Dominion. And Nelson, are you a golfer?
Hell, I'm so bad at golfing. I just resell those golf balls that I find.
Oh, you're so funny.
Hey,
I want to, I guess with my back, I can't do it. But I mean, it's always kind of been something that's been kind of fun. Maybe I just got into driving the golf carts and drinking
Oh,
beer.
super fun. Driving that golf cart would be a lot of fun, but you can get in a lot of trouble too if you don't follow the rules.
Right. So, okay. So in this area, we've got hospitals, we've got medical clinics, we've got a bunch of great restaurants, a lot of great things to do. Where are we coming in on some of the household incomes and income per capita? Because with 60% college educated, it's got to be a pretty good number there, at least for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. So the median household income in Stone Oak is about 100K.
Okay.
And then the per capita income breaks down to about 45,000.
Okay, so is that going to throw you into that 150,000 income bracket? That's in there. So with that, with the houses and the fours, it's not bad at all.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's very.
If you go to that sister city of Austin, you're going to have people still in the 150s trying to get $1 million house. Because that's where those crazy, insane house prices have gone to, and
I mean, just alone, I mean, to be able to find a home too, that's the other problem. I mean, you're looking at trying to find a house where the market in Austin has 633 active listings as of today, where if you're looking to go, all of San Antonio, because we're not just Stone Oak is, a plausible place to be, but you have more options in San Antonio as well, compared to Austin. San Antonio current listings at 2,200. So that just shows you the big difference. But active listings in Stone Oak as of right now are 37. It also is very low in that area for the amount of houses that are there. But you have the opportunity to get there because you're not having these giant bidding wars like you are having in Austin. The comparable median sales price to listing price is just 0.04% over, asking price. So it is very doable. What you see is what you can pay for, right? So you're not going to be seeing a house listed at 450,000 and people offering 500, 600,000 for that same house.
Yeah.
Not a very competitive market in comparison to here in Austin. More of a chance to find a house if you're trying to look to move to Texas.
Now, what if you don't? What's some area gyms in case you don't actually use golf as a cardio, or you're like me and you use shopping as a cardio?
So there's a great LA Fitness that's right there at the kind of the south side of Stone Oak. There's also a family YMCA located in Stone Oak if you want to go there. So a few different options. Also some smaller like independent gyms scattered throughout the neighborhood.
Yeah. And I know that right here in Stone Oak, it's just a hop and a skip to Blanco, and we have Carrie's favorite grocery store, which is Whole Foods, because I've been in the last 2 weeks, I've been with her twice to Whole Foods, or running to her twice at Whole Foods, getting something. It's always picking up something. But we've got Trader Joe's, we've got Whole Foods, I know we've got Target. What are some other grocery store-esque? I mean, there's a Walmart in Stone Oak. So what else is there?
There's a wonderful HEB Plus right at the south side of Stone Oak. Really, really nice HEB. Of course, we Texans love our HEBs, so we don't want to be too far away from one of those. I haven't been there yet. It's an experience. And there's also Costco in Stone Oak.
Yeah.
Gotta love some Costco. You can't go wrong with that.
Yep.
Yeah, because there's a couple of, there is a HEB on Blanco that's a big one. There is a small HEB down in Brook Hollow, and then there's the big one, the supersized one over at Evans Road. And there's a ton of different locations, and even down 281 going north, there's a Sam's Club. So it's up on the hill on the right. So if you need groceries, no matter how big your family is, if it's a family of one or you're throwing a big party, there's a bunch of grocery stores that could easy. But in case you don't want to have them all over at your house, there are some germaphobes. What's some good entertainment spots that y'all enjoy in this little area of San Antonio?
Oh yeah, so there's something called the Ice and Golf Center at Northwoods, and they've got ice skating, they've got soccer, they've got mini golf. Yeah, tons of fun stuff to go and do. Especially, when it's a hot day in Texas, there's nothing better than going to an ice skating rink and just kind of cooling
Cooling
off.
your jets,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
or softening the ice with your butt as you fall all the time. Yeah,
Right. But hey, it's cool in there, so it doesn't even matter on a hot Texas day.
that's true.
There's also a main event, which is a place that has bowling, they have pool, they've got laser tag, they've got arcades, tons of other games. Just kind of a cool place to like go inside, sit down, hang out. You can have like parties there if you're having a birthday party or something. They host those, so another super fun place to go. There's also a Little Woodrow's location, which is Little Woodrow's is pretty much a massive sports bar, also a restaurant. Which is another nice place to hang out on the hot Texas days, kind of get inside and chill out with your friends.
Sports bar
Yeah.
is everything Texas is all about, right? We love
Yeah.
our sports. Don't matter if it's football, baseball, basketball. We even got soccer now, right? What else is coming? So
Yeah.
being able to go to a sports bar is always something good. There's a lot of opportunities down, in San Antonio to take advantage of all the land and all the space. You can go practically anywhere. If your entertainment style is not to be in San Antonio, it's not that much of a trip to go up to Austin, an hour out of the way, or 40 minutes up to Blanco Hill Valley to go to the wineries, right? You have a lot of opportunities being spaced out in Central Texas. Don't just shut yourself out to one little spot. You have multiple places to venture to.
Yeah. So what? So we all know that shopping is one of my favorite things. I guess it's inherited. I don't know what it is. And then basically to the east, I think it's the west. I guess is the rim. I always just go. And then we have La Cantera out there as well. That's about 20-25 minutes from this area. And what about some of the area shopping that y'all? I mean, I know I've run into both of you at Copenhagen Imports over by the Whole Foods, and I know I've seen Nelson over there at Maud's Pizza. He likes that pizza. I've got to try it. I still haven't done it. What other stores are? I'm trying to remember everything.
There's like a Lowe's over there. There's a Pets barn down the other side of 1604. There's a James Avery, which is a really awesome Central Texas jewelry company that's, I think, become nationally popular, probably internationally popular.
From
Beautiful
Kerrville,
silver
Texas.
jewelry.
Can you believe that? It's crazy.
Yes.
There's an Office Depot over there, which I always have to check out the latest little office supply kind of thing. I am a pen tester, I have to tell you that. But what about restaurants? I mean, my family loves Kirby Steakhouse at Voigt, which Stone Oak and 1604. But what are some of your places that you like in the area to eat?
There's so much. There's a Torchy's Tacos. There's a Chipotle. There's an IHOP if you like IHOP. I don't even know how many different Tex-Mex restaurants. Steak places, you can get sushi. There's a Korean barbecue place, Indian Taj Palace. There's just so much variety there. I mean, you could probably eat at a restaurant every single night for months and not try every single place that's in that area.
Oh, definitely. Texas is that big. You got a lot of opportunities everywhere.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot right there in Stone Oak.
There are. I mean, and down on Blanco, you can get to the Whataburger if you're a Whataburger fanatic. And, there's also Taco Cabana. And I'm trying to think of what else is out there. But there are a ton. And then you got 281. You've got Alamo Cafe down closer to on the other side of Brook Hollow by Moretti's. And there's a bunch of stuff that places to eat. If you like Chinese food, there's a real nice restaurant. Can't remember the name of it, on 281 before Donella, and there's a bunch of cool places to eat.
Do you have any favorite spots down there, Robbie? Seeing that you are very familiar with Stone Oak, do you have a favorite spot in all of that area that you like?
We seem to eat at Chewy's a lot, and we go to the Alamo a lot. It seems to be two of our favorites. We do everything Mexican that we can, food related. Um, but my mom is a Kirby's fanatic, which is great steak place, and um, there's a ton of different things. You like Mod Pizza? I know that that's over there. I've got to go try it with the cauliflower crust, and I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Well, there's a spot and it's not really in Stone Oak, but it's just very south off Blanco Road, El Bacunero, sorry. It's
Oh, that's right.
just a little Mexican place where they sell seafood, and it's just really fun to go and venture off. They have mariachis, they got great ceviche and things, that domestic beers and all sorts of everything that you want to do on a Sunday fun day kind of stuff. It's really fun to go check it out. I highly recommend it because it's delicious food too.
Well, that matters. What about you, Carrie? Anything sticking out that we haven't already said?
Gosh, there's just so much there. There are also some amazing bike trails in the area. So if you like to get out and ride your bike like I do, there are an amazing network of paved trails. In fact, you can even easily ride all the way down towards downtown and then get on the Mission Trail and ride past all the missions. So that's another thing that I really like about the Stone Oak area.
I've done
The
that
biking.
once.
Yeah.
I have a bike. We can go do that someday.
Cool.
I'll be game. We'll get Nelson to get a bike too, not some little one pedal wonder or unicycle.
I'll do those all day. I
Yeah.
don't mind. More work, but more fun afterwards when you can't walk. It's like,
I mean, Stone Oak is in a great kind of location because you can go down to 10 and be in the Domain area very quickly. You have tons of car dealerships, whether it's the Ferrari dealership or the Lexus dealership, and tons of cool little restaurants in that area as well as movie theaters. So it's a great location to kind of get about and get going, and you can still go even more east to go over towards 35 and be on 35 and typically 10 to 15 minutes depending on the traffic, which is really kind of a nice thing. And even down into San Antonio proper, the downtown area, go to Hotel Emma or the Pearl or somewhere down in that area.
Yeah, I mean,
so there's kind of a lot of opportunity in there.
I mean, definitely, just geographically speaking, yeah, it's a good spot to be at. I mean, think about the inventory that's in Austin, right? And competing for a house here out of price point, out of budget, to be able to drive into Austin from a local place like that in San Antonio is not that much of a sacrifice. I mean, it's an hour out of the day to just get to work, right? But nowadays, everything is done remotely. So why would you stress over trying to win an offer at a house in Austin where it's out of price point when you can get an offer in a home in San Antonio with a lot less stress than what you're dealing with here in Austin? Just for an hour commute, which is nothing really. Come on. I mean, people drive an hour just to go 20 miles here in Austin. So what's the difference of just going from San Antonio to downtown Austin? Take around the same time.
Absolutely. So come on down to San Antonio. We'll be happy to help you find a gated community or not gated community, whatever it is you like. And if you like the area of the Northeast side and maybe the Stone Oak or Hollywood Park doesn't, there's a bunch of great neighborhoods around. Rogers Ranch is just to the west, and kind of go up 281 or even down 281 further north, and find you some places to call your own.
Yeah. I mean, I already said the statistics earlier, but I'll say it again. I mean, San Antonio, just in San Antonio, 2,200 active listings as of today, and sold listings within a month were 1,600 in comparison to what we have here in Austin of active listings of 633 with 967 houses sold in 30 days.
Yeah.
It's a competitive market here, and it's very difficult to get in an offer to win it if you're trying to compete against 30, 40 offers, right? That's difficult. And to be the right one, yeah, you can get lucky with, random drawings, but why struggle and stress over something when it's, not certain when you can get something certain.
Yeah, because really, why? Why pay this huge? I don't want to say overpay, but pay this huge price tag for a little bit in Austin when you can pay a decent price tag and get something bigger and a little bit more space if you're moving to Texas. I understand the draw and the the voting statistics in itself is just something that really, to me, is seeing a change. It's seeing a little bit more blue in, that is not such staunch red.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people, they think Democrats and they think about if we're coming from California or Illinois or Ohio or whatever, they're thinking Austin, but they're not realizing all the other little areas that can still get you into the beautiful hill country and still has a lot of those benefits that Austin does as well.
Yeah.
Because both cities have amazing things to offer. It's not just one or the other.
Yeah, and it's not like I said, it's not a big deal to drive an hour out of your day to get into Austin if that's what you want to do.
Yeah.
Feel free to make it a weekend, book an Airbnb in advance or come down for South by Southwest. And you don't have to, book a stay. You can just drive up the hour and spend the day here and drive back, right? It's not that far of a drive. Being from California, that's nothing in comparison to what people do every day. I mean, they wake up at 4:30 to get ready and leave by 5 because they're going to hit traffic, and they're in the road for 2 hours, right? At 5 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 3 hours, depending on where you go to work, Waking up at 6 o'clock, I'd prefer waking up at 6, leaving by 6:30, and taking an hour to get into Austin and still make it before you, with the time change, right? You still beat them to work.
And with 130 and 35 and 281, you have a plethora of routes and options that even if you get stuck on one, you could take 46 over to 10 or even 281 and, kind of get switched around.
Yeah.
So
gas prices are always going to be cheaper here too. I mean, right now, yes, they're rising, but they're significantly a lot cheaper than it is on the other states where they're reaching $7 or $8 right now.
Yeah. Yesterday it was 10 cents cheaper here in San Antonio than it was in Austin.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cheaper on the west side than it is on the east side by 10 cents as well. So it's kind of crazy. As we're watching those gas prices go, it makes a difference.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. And I'd prefer that than, being stuck in traffic for a good 2.5 hours, 3 hours out of the day. Yeah. Driving an hour is not bad.
Time to decompress, right?
Yeah.
Not take it out on your loved ones once you get there that, you had this crappy day because the commute was 2 minutes and you take it out. So, well, cool. Well, thank y'all for joining us on this journey through Stone Oak, of course, San Antonio, Texas, and hopefully you'll check it out and give us a call if we can answer any other questions or go look at some wonderful real estate. It's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thanks for having me, y'all.
Thanks for being on, y'all.
Yeah.